every passing second, I could feel my heart beating faster and faster. We've been waiting here, inside our godforsaken trench for over an hour, waiting for the commander's whistle, the sound which will likely send us to our death. Finally, it came. In that moment, when you first go over the top, it's like looking into the gates of hell itself, an endless field of death, twisted, barbed steel and shell holes filled with blood. As I charged towards the enemy, my fellow brothers in arms dropped dead around me, picked off one by one. And then the blast hit me. I don't know how far I flew, or whether I was still alive. All I could hear was somebody faintly calling my name. George.
George! George! Come on, stay with me.
Hey, is that you?
Thank God you can hear me. Do you think you can move?
Why? What's happening? Peter! Peter! My leg! Peter, my bloody leg!
I know! Try not to panic. Keep calm. It's broken. It's still in one piece, so... George, listen to me, listen! Do you think you can move?
I can give it a... Ah! Oh, it's no use! The pain's too much. I can't move. What do we do? What's going on?
Commander is sounding a retreat and we're falling back. A retreat? I can't move. Look, if you stay in this shell hole and keep your head down, you'll be safe. Jerry won't know you're here. I'll go and get help. George, promise me you won't make a breakthrough. Promise me.
Don't worry. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Epic Drama Productions presents A Brave Man.
Hello? Hello? Oh, bloody rats. Jesus!
Nicht schießen! Nicht schießen! Ich bin ein Freund!
German! Hands up! Hände hoch! Hände hoch!
Bitte nicht! Friendly! Friendly!
You speak English. Put your hands up where I can see them.
Please, put the gun down!
I said put your hands up!
Put the rifle down! I don't want to have to shoot you!
Put it down! Put the gun down!
We can sort something out!
Put it down!
No!
Damn it! Just shoot me, you damn kraut.
I'm not going to shoot you.
What? Why?
Because what kind of soldier would shoot a wounded and no unarmed man? Your wounds. May I have a look?
Don't come near me. It's because of you I'm like this.
Okay, okay. I stay right here. Looks like the heavens have opened up on us, mein Freund.
That's just great. I watched him like a hawk, convinced he was just putting on a chivalrous act, so I dropped my guard. I'd heard what the press was saying about them. The Krauts cannot be trusted. I just hoped that Peter would come back soon. The pain in my leg was becoming unbearable.
Guten Morgen, mein Freund.
What happened?
You just passed out.
You're still here.
I'm afraid so.
I was hoping you'd gone.
No, why would I do that? I've got myself some nice cover here. For the first time in hours, I've not been shot at.
All the damn shell holes. Why did you have to fall into mine?
I was on reconnaissance mission.
I'm not interested in what you've got to say. Find yourself another damn shell hole.
I don't like the situation any more than you. Seeing as we're both stuck in here, we might as well be civil. Zigarette?
No.
So, Engländer. Where are you from?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Ah. And what did you do?
I was a teacher. History.
You know, I spent some time in Edinburgh myself. That's where I learned to speak English.
Really? Is that so?
Yes. I was studying medicine at the university before the war. I learned advanced English there also.
You went to Edinburgh University? That's how I became a teacher. A found myself in a surreal situation. I was actually having a conversation with the type of man I'd been trained to kill. His name was Jens Christiansen. One of our boys had shot him in the backside while he was on reconnaissance. It was a funny story, really. You know what? I think I will have a cigarette. It had been over a day since Pete had left to find help. The pain in my leg was beginning to ease, as long as I didn't move it. It was the thirst. The terrible thirst that had gripped me that affected me the most. And if Jens hadn't shared his tinned meat, I would have starved to death. Talking to him made me forget about the damn weather. What are you writing?
I'm writing to my wife back home in Frankfurt. We've just had a son. He was born just after conscription started. Elsa writes to me about him all the time. Here, I have a picture. Would you like to?
Sure. He's got his father's eyes.
Doesn't he just? Tell me, George, do you have any family of your own?
My wife, Caroline. We've been married for 4 years now, but we're yet to have any children. We'd hope to, that is, before this damn war.
And you will, my friend. I find if you think about family, then it makes this war easier.
Yes, just look around. Oh!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just got to remember not to move it. Jens, why didn't you kill me when you had the chance?
My father told me, du musst ein tapferer Mann sein, seine Feinde zu bekämpfen, aber noch viel mutiger, ihnen zu vertrauen.
What does that mean?
Well, roughly translated, it takes a brave man to fight his enemies, but an even braver one to trust them.
Your father sounds like a smart man.
He was the smartest man I knew. Zigarette?
Sure. The more time I spent with Jens, the more I began to realize that he wasn't that much different from me. The German soldiers weren't just the enemy, but living, breathing men. They felt and suffered as I did. I'd have bet that Jens was just as afraid as I was, although he did a better job of hiding it.
Are you okay, George? You're not looking so good.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I just feel cold.
Here, take my coat. You need it more than I.
Jens, why don't you just go? You'll die if you stay here.
I'll die if I go anywhere else. Besides, if I leave, then you will die.
You know what, Jens? Perhaps you Germans ain't so bad. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I know that song.
You do?
Yes, I sang it back in Edinburgh. Oh, we take him from the city or the plough, ta-da, ta-da. We drill him and dress him up so neat, ta-ra. We teach him to uphold his manly brow, ta-da, ta-da. George, wake up.
What?
It's Jens.
Jens?
You passed out again, and you're getting worse. When you were out, I took a look at your leg, and it looks infected.
Infected?
Yes, with the bone sticking out. The wound is exposed. I have to try and move it back into place.
Do what you have to.
Okay. George, I'm not going to lie to you. This is really going to hurt. I mean really hurt. Here, bite down on this. Right. 1, 2, 3. Just a little more.
There. Got it.
Thank you.
That's okay, my friend. No, let's get you.
Jens? Jens! Peter, over here, I found him. Jens! No! No! Jens! Oh, thank God we found you. You shot him! You bloody shot him!
Sir, we can't stay here.
Right you are, Private. Come on, George. Let's get you home.
No! Jens! It was nearly 3 days until I woke again. Pete had managed to get me to the medical tent before the infection had finished me off. The first thing I heard was the nurse's sweet voice. I was finally safe. While I was recovering, Pete visited me a few times. I didn't say much. People were calling him a hero. He even got a medal for his bravery. I could only ever see him as the man who shot an unarmed soldier. According to the nurse, I had letters in my hand when they brought me in. I must have taken them off Jens' body when Pete was dragging me away. For months, in my hospital bed, I stared at them, never opening them. After all, they weren't meant for me. Elsa.
Ja?
Elsa Christensen.
Ja. Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Do you understand English?
A little?
That will make what I have to say a lot easier. My name is George Lassiter. I was a friend of your husband's.
Jens. You knew my husband?
Yes, I knew Jens. He was a great man. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Look, I have some letters he wrote to you shortly before he died. It felt right to return them to you. Sorry it took so long.
Oh. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Christensen.
Wait. Please, wait. I have one question. You are British, are you not?
Yes, ma'am.
You were enemies.
We may have been enemies, but I can think of no greater friend. Goodbye, ma'am. Once again, it was a pleasure to finally meet you.
A Brave Man was written by C.C. Brown and J.R. Simon. Created and produced by James Barr, Sarah Cahy, Mike Smith and Emma Quinn. Starring John Ritchie as George and Carl Joris Plume as Jens. Featuring Alan Cairncross and Fanny Schmidt. With special thanks to Susie Angus, Michael MacDonald and Tim Thorncroft.